Hey guys, I'm back today with another video, and this one is going to be brought to you by the company LuvmeHair. And today I'm going to be showcasing this 13x4 lace frontal water wave wig. This one is in the length 22 inches. It states that it is 180% in density. This unit does come with your two combs on the side, a comb in the middle, a comb in the back, and your adjustable straps. And you have an area for the removable elastic band. I did do some extra things to my unit off of camera. I washed it using my Aussie Moist shampoo and conditioner, and you can also tell that I bleached the knots. Now this unit does come with your pre-bleached knots in the front area, but I want to go ahead and just bleach the whole thing. That way it can look as scalp-like as possible. Some shorter hairs kind of going everywhere in the front, so to get them out of the way, I am going to go around the hairline with my wax stick, and then I'm going to use my hot comb just to kind of press everything out so I can get prepared to cut the lace off of this wig. This unit does come with your undetectable invisible lace, and it's very thin and it's going to blend in really well to your skin to where you're not going to have to do too much. I mean, look at that. As soon as I cut the lace off, like, just look how well it's going to blend into my skin. I did go in and customize my hairline a bit more. However, this unit does come with a nice pre-pluck hairline, especially for beginners who don't want to have to worry about plucking. You should be good to go straight out of the box. Be trying out this Bold Hold Liquid Gold. I've been having this for a minute and I'm finally breaking it out. I said, Sherelle, do not waste your money. Use the product. So I'm just going to place a little bit of product on my hairline, well, above my hairline, and then I'm going to place the lace on top of it. I'm trying to follow the directions to a T. It says to place the lace on top and then blow dry and work in sections, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. And then I am going to work on the sides. Now, I admit I put a little bit too much on the sides. I did use this edge brush that has this little spatula at the end to where you can kind of smooth everything out, but I should have used less on the side. But it's okay. It's still all going to come together. I feel like for my first time, it looks really good. It melted and blended all down. So I'm going to place my elastic band on the front of the hairline just to kind of let everything settle in while I work on this hair. This hair was pretty thick, so I'm just going to go ahead and comb everything out, especially because I cut on the side. I cut a little bit into the lace. I want to make sure there's no shedding and tangles going on. For a middle part today, y'all know I had to get it together because sometimes my middle parts be off, but once I have it to where I need it to be, I'm going to place more of that wax at the top of the unit, and I'm going to use my hot comb and just press because I do not want this to be humpy at all. I need this to lay as flat as possible. Section the hair off to get it out of the way, and I'm going to work on the back of the unit first, and then I'll work on the top area. So I'm going to be using my continuous water bottle just to spray this real good. I'm not going to drench this. I'm not going to put too much water, but just enough to where I could put my product in. I am using my Curl air dry cream. I don't know why I always have to say that slow because I feel like I'm just going to mess it up. I'm going to run my fingers through the hair first, and then I'm going to use this brush. But then I realized, I really don't need the brush. I just need to kind of scrunch. So I'm just going to add water where I feel like it needs to be added. And then I'm just going to keep playing around with it to where it scrunches up and the wave is noticeable. Pattern is definitely starting to come to life. I did not go heavy on the curl cream just because I didn't want it to be weighed down. And I feel like it's looking good so far. The scrunching definitely helps to kind of wave it up a little bit quicker, but that is what one side looks like. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this other side. The products that I am using today can be found down below in the description area and also on my Amazon storefront. So now I'm just going to diffuse this hair, and I rotated between cold air and heat. I did the cold air just to kind of set everything into place, and then I used the heat to kind of finish it off. But I make sure to take my time and be careful because I don't want this hair to be frizzy. I want to see what this hairline is giving, and it is looking good so far. I did have a few little shorter hairs that still were trying to escape. I'm just going to use my wax and brush them back into place. And then I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses powder palette and go around the hairline and a little into the parting space area. And notice I did use a little bit of a lighter color just to kind of match my skin tone a bit. Just gonna add some Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Serum and lightly fluff up this hair. I'm not gonna fluff it up too much because I like how everything's set into place, but this is definitely good for the frizziness that I see that's going on. And then I noticed I wanted a little bit of something on the side. Y'all see how thin that is? That's all you need. You don't need too much because the hairline looks good. So I'm gonna lightly swoop that over just to kind of give it a little bit of razzle dazzle. Put a little spray at the top for those little shorter hairs that are still trying to stick up. And guys, this is the final look. This water wave is definitely on point. It does start at 14 inches and it goes up to 26 inches in length. This is what the back looks like. I feel like it looks really good. The density on this is nice. The lace on this is melted, which I love. But guys, make sure you stay tuned at the end of this so you can hear my final thoughts on this unit. Done styling this water wave unit from the company LuvmeHair, and I wanted to go ahead and come and talk to you guys about this unit before it starts to pour down outside because it is getting dark and I heard some rumbles, so I do not want the thunder to try to interfere with what I need to say. Once again, this is 22 inches in length. It does state on the website that this is 180% in density. Now, it does come with a pre-plucked hairline. I feel like LuvmeHair's hairlines are decent straight out of the package. Now, if you want to add some extra to it, of course, you can go in and pluck it out a bit more, which is what I did. Now, I didn't pluck out too much hair, but I plucked out enough to where I feel like it was going to look natural on me. Get those bleached knots in the front. Now, the knots on LuvmeHair wigs are very small. I did go in and bleach the rest of my knots because I wanted this to look as scalp-like as possible. The knots took really well. I didn't have to leave them on for a super long time. Now, I did not go in with any purple shampoo, and I was a little bit worried that it was going to come off a bit too orange up in here, but I just added a little bit of lighter powder and I feel like it looks really good. If I feel like later on I need to add purple shampoo, I can definitely always go in and do that. I washed my unit with my Aussie Moist shampoo and conditioner, and I feel like it washed really well. Of course, it has a different wave pattern straight out of the package, but it waved up really cute, y'all. Like, look at this hair. Yes. Went in with my curl air dry cream, and I was not heavy handed with this because I didn't want it to weigh down the hair. And then of course I used my continuous water bottle, and I really made sure to focus on the ends of the hair. And then I just kind of scrunched everything up. At first I went in with my detangling brush. but I feel like it just worked a bit better with me scrunching it up. I usually install my units with my Even New York spray, but today I decided to go in with my Bold Hold Liquid Gold, and it worked pretty well. I followed the directions. I went in sections. I did not add too much. Now, there were some areas where I had to go back in and kind of put a little bit more under, and it dried down really good. I didn't see any flaking going on. A little bit definitely goes a long way. I am not sure of the longevity because, of course, I don't sleep in my wigs. I don't. I like to take them off. I like to feel my scalp. I like to have a bonnet on, and having some extra hair on at night, it's just not the business, but it does say that you can just remove this with a little bit of water, so I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, I didn't have any issues, you know, with it. It wasn't a messy application at all. I worked in the front right here, and then I put the lace on top of it, and then I worked on the side, and it seemed to work out for me really well. Other than that, would I try this again? Yes. Am I gonna run out and tell you to get it right now? No, because this is my first time using this. So I would have to play around with it a bit more, especially if I want to tell you guys about longevity. The true test for me is always going to be in the summertime, because your girl be sweating and the wigs be slipping and sliding. So for now, it's good, but I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more. The hair on this unit is absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice and lightweight. It has a good amount of density to it, especially towards the bottom of it. I do suggest going in with a product that is going to help maintain the frizziness. Now, I use a little bit of my Sleek and Shine serum, but this does not really control frizziness. So I should have went in with a product that was going to help it out a bit more, because you can definitely see the frizziness up and through here, especially towards the ends of the hair. A little bit of frizziness does not bother me, especially with this type of pattern, because I feel like the frizziness does help to make it look a bit more natural. So I'm liking the way that it looks. As far as shedding and tangling goes with this hair, I did get a little bit of shedding during the styling process. And then also with the tangles, I'm getting a little bit in the nape area. You're gonna have to make sure to refresh and maintain this unit. Just to lay down really flat at the top. This is only a 13x4 frontal wig, so you get most of your parting space in the middle. And I feel like it looks really good for it to only be a 13x4. The only thing that I will say is, if you plan on parting this as far back as you can go, I feel like they could have added a little bit more density right here. So I will have to probably pull back a little bit more hair and not go back too far, so I don't have to worry about any of my tracks showing. I'm not getting any like thinness up in this area, but I feel like it could have been just a little bit more right in this area. The thing I love about LuvmeHair units is the lace on their wigs. This is their invisible lace. I feel like it just blends in and it just melts right into your skin without you having to do too much. Once everything dried down with the bowl hold, it did get just a tad bit darker, and it had a little sheen to it. So I just went in with a little bit of a lighter powder. I didn't feel the need to go heavy on the powder, but look at how well everything just blends in all together. It just melt right on in. Now I did add a little swoopy swoops right here on the side. Of course, if you don't like that, you don't have to. But I didn't go heavy on them because I wanted you to really focus on the front of this hairline and how good it looks. What I really have to say about this unit, if I missed anything, you guys can ask me any questions you need to down below. I really like this one, y'all. Like, the water wave on this is pretty, and the lace is doing what it needs to do. If you are interested in this particular style, I am going to make sure to leave a link down below. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications on, share, and like this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.